Hi there. Uh, I'm Damien Schofield. I'm running this course in hypermedia multimedia authoring. Um, I'm speaking to you from my wife's flat in Calcutta, India, which is why you may hear noises behind me. This city is very noisy. Um, it's late at night here, and I'm sorry I'm not going to be there for the first week of class. I'm running a course here at the University of Calcutta teaching their PhD students about human-computer interaction this week. Um, so for the first week, there are no lectures the first week for the first 2 days on Tuesday and Thursday. But I've put some stuff up on Angel. The first thing is the course outline, course policies. Please have a look through these. There's a document and a PowerPoint file. Most of it should be things you've seen before by now on how the course runs. But of course, if you don't read it and you miss something, you've nothing to complain about. It's your fault for not reading the policies and the rules about the course. At the end of that section, there's a little course survey I want you to do. You go online, you follow the web link, and complete the survey. Do it before the end of the week, this first week. It's worth a couple of marks, so do that as soon as you can. The next thing is there's a section on mapping the internet, and this is interesting. We look at it's a shame I'm not there really to talk about it, but I usually talk about different ways people try to visualize the internet, and how difficult it is to know what the internet is, or how do you draw something that shows what the internet is. And I give some examples of different ways people have done it. At the end of that section, what I want you to do, and this is a little bit of fun really, it's nothing too serious. I want you to come up with a picture and a few words of your own attached to that picture and submit it to me. And I put all these together in a little book. Now online there's examples of the books we've made before in previous years I've run this course. So have a look. Please don't use the same images that people have used before. So do look at the other books and try and come up with something interesting. You won't get full marks if you use the same image as someone's used before. There's also an interesting link on there on Angel to a PDF of a book on mapping the internet, an atlas of cyberspace. So have a look at that as well. It'll give you some ideas of the sort of thing. But do look through the previous books, because when we get all the student work together and I put it all together in one book, they're actually quite interesting about it, as a little almost coffee table book on what the internet is. This is only worth 3 marks. It's a small little project. So a couple of fun things to do. Try and do them in the first week. What we then have is another section on the history of the internet, where the internet came from, how it was set up, and what the internet actually is. So have a read through that. There's some documents, there's some web links, there's a PowerPoint presentation. Go through all of these things. Have a look at them. I think there's an article on there as well. Have a look at that. And then the last thing is there's a small little piece of writing to do, only worth 5 marks. Now, please, please, please be careful when you do this. I'm quite fussy about how you write coursework, that you write academically in the third person, etc. And if you're not sure exactly what is needed or how to write academically or technically, there's some guidelines on Angel under a section called Additional Resources about plagiarism and writing. Look through some of those resources. They'll give you guides on the kind of styles of writing I expect. Okay. So one last thing to talk about this course. When you look through the intro to the course, you'll see the sorts of things we cover. But this course is a legacy course. Originally, it was set up on the graduate program, the master's program in human-computer interaction, and it taught people how to build web pages. And to be honest, I don't think that's really the kind of thing we should be teaching for a full class at graduate level in this program. There are other programs that, especially in the School of Art, that do that way better. So the course has changed a little bit over the time I've taught it. We still do some work on how to build web pages, but the problem with teaching that is I have some people on this course who've never built a web page, never done anything like that before. And I have others who work as web designers, maybe on campus, maybe off campus, or at least have built their own websites and probably done more web work than I have. So how do I teach this to people who know nothing and people who are already experts at the same time? It's impossible. So what we do is I try to get through the basics of building web pages in the first few weeks. And if you've done that before, you don't have to attend the first class, the early classes, but there are some small assignments. We get that out of the way, and then we do something better. We start using that technology to do other things. We usually spend a few weeks focusing on a particular topic that's interesting to people, maybe privacy, maybe security, maybe Web 3.0 and personalization of the web and filter bubbles, all sorts of different, perhaps crowdsourcing, Kickstarter type projects, but we pick a topic and we study that for a week or two, perhaps politics on the internet. And we've done different topics in different years. And then the last part of the course, we look at the business aspects of the internet. How much do you charge someone for building a web page? How do you deal with clients, things like that? And I usually get some of my friends who are professional web designers to Skype in and talk to you about this as well. So the first class I'm back is the 3rd of February, Tuesday the 3rd. Please all come into that class. We'll talk a little bit about the course, set everything up, get everything underway, and then get straight into the business of building web pages, etc., and sort out how the rest of the course will be structured. So once again, I apologize I'm not there for the first week, but I will see you all in just over a week's time, and I hope you all have a good first week of semester and it all goes okay. Okay, I'll see you soon. Bye now.